Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Going to be checking out an awesome game for you here today. Down the bottom right side of the map, we do have Mr. DongRaeGu. He is 23 years of age from South Korea, plays for the Invasion Esport team, and his opponent is up the top left side of the map, is Mr. Stork. I don't think we've even cast him before, maybe one or two games, but apparently he goes way back, one of the best players back in Brood War, according to his profile anyway. So he is 26 years of age from South Korea, plays for the Samsung Galaxy team, and yeah, he is quite awesome. I just gotta change the air conditioners right above the computer, and for some reason it was blowing air straight up or something, so it didn't go anywhere near me, so that's not good. So I gotta change the way the air blows because it is starting to get hot today, and yeah, it's starting to get into the middle of summer-ish, sort of first third of summer, so yeah. But anyway, let's go and let's start checking out the game. So we've got a third base coming out for Mr. DRG, we've got a Stargate coming out for Mr. Stork, and it looks like quite a bit of gas going to be going out as well. There's the full gas being pushed out. What that's going to be for, I'm not sure. Maybe mass Phoenix coming out very fast. When I say mass, I don't know if I mean mass, but you know, maybe a lot of them. Oh, they've managed to find a weak spot where they hit that pylon. The probe is going to try and knock them away. The probe actually doing not a bad job. They can't really waste time attacking this probe, because if they attack it, the probe just runs back into the range of the cannon. So very, very nice micro by Mr. Stork, and eventually a sentry does come out, and that is the end of that. Nothing is going to survive after that. So yes, I do believe, look at this, 40 workers and one sentry. He's not building any military units as well at all. It actually looks really small because DRG has a whole bunch of other stuff, but of course that's queens and llamas and overlords and all that sort of miscellaneous stuff. You don't really count. So anyway, it does look like Phoenix are going to be the name of the game early on. And other than that, just getting workers out, getting some more gateways out, getting the upgrades going, doing some random general sort of stuff. I wonder what's causing all that light to shoot out of that area in the ground, because it's not sunlight coming down, because why would it only be shining on this spot? It's going to be coming out. But if we zoom in, I don't know. I think there's like just a pit down there. I think that's solid ground. I don't think it's like an endless bottomless hole. I think it's solid ground, but it's very, very hard to tell. Maybe it does keep going down. I don't know. Regardless, that light is just, I have no idea where that light's coming from, but it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So yeah, Phoenix are getting out there nice and strong. We do have a robotic facility. Maybe going to be seeing some Colossi play in this game. Meanwhile, DRG just going on strong and getting his stuff going. He may have been, he's going for Ling tech at the moment. He may have been thinking about going for Mutaling, but I can't see him going Mutaling at this point. I think it's going to be Ling Hydra Corruptor, that sort of play coming out from Mr. DRG. And meanwhile, the Phoenix getting in there right into the Overlords. The Spore Crawler is not up yet. It's just about to be up. There it is, and the Phoenix starting to take some hits, but they do get out of there in time. And that's it. I think Stork is stopped building Phoenix for the moment. They're a great harassment force, and he's got enough to do a very, very decent amount of harassment. With 3 queens coming around, he could theoretically take care of 3 queens. But yeah, they are still pretty close to this Spore Crawler, so that is going to be a problem. Meanwhile, nice army of Lings coming across. This base not quite defended yet, but it's getting there. And oh, the Phoenix doing as much as they can and actually doing a pretty good job before getting the hell out of there. Meanwhile, the Lings rolling around, trying to find a way in. They're not quite finding it, but they're not taking too many losses either. They're doing very, very good attacks and trying to minimize losses. Exactly what Stork is doing on the other side with his Phoenix. But I think that the Phoenix probably took out more than the Lings did, definitely. And if we have a look, 6 workers so far have died. Although Stork has lost 3 workers, I'm guessing most of them were probably scouting, or I don't know, maybe the Lings killed a couple of them just now, who knows, when they were moving between the natural and the third base. Just like these guys, they probably got sniped by Lings. So yes, they do have an escort now, a whole bunch of zealots keeping the Lings away. And yeah. Oh, are we getting a surround on that many zealots? Damn, DRG, man, you had no chance of destroying that many zealots. Maybe he was just going to try and sack his Lings to try and snipe the sentries. Because if you throw all those Lings in there and you manage to kill the sentries, then maybe that's worth it. I mean, it's not worth it to kill the zealots. The zealots are cheap as, but the sentries are freaking expensive. Especially since they cost gas. So yeah, if you can get in there, if you can snipe the sentries, maybe that works out. You got a ton of workers coming over here. Man, Stork really pushing up nice and hard with the worker numbers. DRG still ahead though on 74, getting his 4th base down now. He's actually got it down already, and he is looking very good. And we do have a swarm host coming out for Mr. DRG. The Lings, I don't think there's any way out of there. They managed to get themselves back into a corner, and they're going to give it their all. They may be able to kill a zealot. No, 4 zealots on extremely low health, but none died at that point. So unfortunate, but the Lings continuing to run around, continuing to be a pain in the ass. And yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. They're the first of the swarm host moving out, sending some locusts up here. Whether they are going to see some stuff, they are going to be just able to kill that zealot. Very close. Phoenix still continuing to harass here. Very good job. Those guys are just damn persistent. And Stork is probably just thanking his lucky stars that he started building Colossus when he did. Although he's got to be careful. That one almost bit the dust. But he needs to be pushing out Colossi by the dozen at the moment. By the dozens. He needs to be getting a crap ton of those Colossi. Because those, of course, are the best counter to Locusts, to Swarm Hosts. High Templars are really good as well, and Tempests, yeah, it depends upon how you approach them, but for keeping the Locusts at bay, Colossi are one of the best options. High Templars are pretty good as well, but of course, they require energy. You have to use the Storm to get the Locusts down, and it's a bit hard to do that. So here we go, he actually did go for Mutas. He waited quite a while until all of the Phoenix were pretty much dead. And now the Mutas are coming in. Lings spreading in as well. The Mutas not being shy, going straight for the workers. They know the Lings were going to keep every other unit, you know, taken care of for a little while. And managed to get a couple of kills there, I think. Managed to do a half decent job. And Stork with the Stargates coming out now. He may have been thinking about Tempest. Or he may have just been thinking about Phoenix. But he's definitely going to be building Phoenix now because he really needs to have something to do with those Mutas. And I mean, Blink Stalkers in the early Wings of Liberty, Blink Stalkers just really did a good job at dealing with Mutas, but no longer. Mutas are just too powerful. When they're all grouped up, the Stalkers just have no chance. So you got to have alternate means, and that's exactly what the Phoenix are there for. So yeah, where's those other 2 Stargates? They're not building anything. He should be. I think he should be. Oh, look at this engagement. Mutas going straight for the Colossus. Doing a great job. You just cannot stop the Mutas when there's enough of them, but you can definitely start to strip them apart, and those Phoenix did a fantastic job. Those Mutas, this is units lost. 17 Mutalisks. And DRG is going to have to rethink his strategy because he did get the job done. He did kill the Colossus, but he lost so many Mutas doing it that I gotta say, you gotta think of an alternate plan because he cannot throw that many Mutas away on every engagement. It's just gonna suck him dry. That much gas, oh, it just went completely down the toilet. So, yeah, we'll have to see what he comes up with. For now, moving out Queens up to the front line is going to be a good idea to take care of some of the Phoenix. Although these guys are all getting lifted up, where are the Mutas? He needs the Mutas over here right now to give support. Oh, they managed to save 2 of the Queens. Damn, those Queens have got to be careful. You cannot just be out in the middle of nowhere, just sitting by yourself and saying, yeah, I'm a Queen, nothing's going to attack me, because things are going to attack you. It is going to happen, and it's not going to be fun. And there we go, a whole bunch of Corruptors coming out, a whole bunch of Colossus coming out. They're all gearing up for another engagement. DRG still with a very decent amount of army, just 30 ahead in terms of supply. And look at this engagement. full air coming in. He's going to be able to snipe this Nexus and get the hell out of there. The Phoenix didn't quite make it there. The Stalkers didn't quite make it there. And that is it. Great game. And a bunch of Lings somehow managing to get into the main base. I don't think they're going to be able to take out that Nexus, but they are getting damn close. And these Queens, you cannot be out by yourself in the middle of nowhere. I think we've proven that by now. Queens cannot just get away with that because you do get owned eventually. And that's it. What are the Colossus numbers like at the moment? Only 2? Are we supply blocked? I think we are supply blocked. Oh, unpowered. Unpowered. That's even worse than being supply blocked. So yeah, not good at all. Bunch of the full air army coming in here. Bunch of Lings coming back here, maybe hoping to finish off that Nexi. But I don't know why. Ever since I started using the plural of Colossus as Colossi, which I think is correct, I've started applying the I to a bunch of other stuff, like calling it Nexi instead of Nexus. Which I suppose a plural of Nexus is probably Nexi, but you can't say Nexuses, you gotta say Nexi, but still, I mean, I'm talking about a single Nexus here and I'm still calling it Nexi, so it's, I don't know, it's just one of those cool things where you just cannot help but call it Nexi. It's just, I don't know. I wonder if you just start saying stupid words for long enough, you just completely screw with your entire brain chemistry and you just can't help saying stupid things after a while. Oh man, forcing a cancel there. I'm guessing you would have liked to take out the robotics bay, but just too much pressure there. He could not make it happen. Bunch of zealots going down. The Stalkers thought about intercepting and then decided, you know what, that's a lot of mutas, maybe this is a bad idea. The mutas only have 1-0 though, and the Phoenix have 1-0 as well, so just about to get 2-0 though. Ground forces do have level 3 weapons, which is very awesome. There we go, the Phoenix chasing them away, doing a great job. I do believe they have Phoenix range, yes they do, but those Corruptors are not good news, man. The Stalkers trying to do something versus the Corruptors, but I think DRG has just got so many more forces here, just doing such an impressive job at getting the forces out that he needs to do, and the Muta's starting to take some serious damage, not from the Phoenix but from the Stalkers and the Cannons. Eventually they do manage to do what they need to do, and the Phoenix turning it around, just managing to actually swamp everything, and Stork just showing that, you know, eventually with enough defenses you can get the advantage on numbers, and he really got the advantage on the Corruptor numbers here with the Stalker support, with the Cannon support, and maybe there was a Nexus overcharge as well. And now he's looking to take advantage, and he's going in, he's destroying so many workers. He is taking a lot of hits from the Spore Crawlers, but he's got so many things, I don't think it really matters. The numbers are going down by quite a bit. He's now down to about 50 workers, and the Phoenix are not giving up. They're just going to move on to this other base here. He's slowly taking attacks, but of course the Mutas are scared to go too close to the Phoenix, and there's no Corruptors to really shove those guys away because the Corruptors all died. However, the Corruptor numbers have been pushing back just in the last minute. So yeah, now DRG is in a good position again, but Stork, what a way to take advantage of that situation and just go in there, killed so many workers in the minute or so he had before the Corruptors were going to be back on the map. So really got to congratulate Stork on that great play, on that great timing attack. But oh man, DRG is on the warpath. He's just like, you're going to kill half of my workers, I'm going to kill half of your workers. We'll see how you like that. And there we go. DRG once again 11 workers in the lead. Both players having lost a ton of them, but both players are going to be macroing nice and hard to get those worker numbers back up. And look at how low their mineral numbers are at the moment. They're really struggling. Usually at this point in the game they're getting about 2,000 minerals a minute. They're not getting that at the moment. They're really running on not as much as they would like when it comes to the income. Oh, look at this. DRG totally ready for the Phoenix to come in. He's going to move over here to take care of this base, which is where Stork went over before. But Stork also with the ground army pushing out. We've got a whole bunch of Archons coming out into his army as well. He's going to be great at dealing with the Lings running around the map. And yeah, just getting rid of that creep. The creep is finally going down. He's finally got some observers out there to take care of them. And the Swarm Host, which we've forgotten about almost completely during this game. And we're going to be seeing how much they can actually do now. Probably not much because there's only 2 of the damn things, so I don't think they're really even a factor in this game. But still, you can never discount Swarm Hosts completely. I mean, this small streamer Zealots, I think they might be able to take care of them by themselves. They're doing a great job. And not much the Zealots can do because they don't have any detection here. Oh, what do we have? The Phoenix moving over that way. The ground army moving in. Thinking about going for this base. Going to be wiping out the rocks. But needs the Phoenix support. Oh, where are the Phoenix? They're nowhere to be found. The Void Rays are going down very, very fast. But the Phoenix show up just in time to keep the rest of the air army from destroying all of those Stalkers. Although I think that DRG is probably a little bit scared of those Archons at this point because, damn, they are looking scary. He's actually going for shields over armor, so he's obviously favoring those Archons quite a bit. Knows he needs to keep those alive because if the Mutas start sniping the Archons, then that is going to be extremely bad news. He needs those Archons because of all the splash damage they do, all the bonus biological damage they do. They are excellent at shredding Mutas, and they are not too bad at shredding everything else in the Zerg army. So yeah, definitely wants to keep those guys alive. But here he goes, moving on in. The Archons moving in right in the middle. Going to be doing a ton of damage, but they are getting sniped. The Mutas are definitely targeting the Archons first. But so many Mutas getting whittled down, and the remaining Muta numbers are not nearly enough to stand up to the Stalkers. So those Archons did a fantastic job of destroying everything before they were eventually wiped out. And DRG knew what a danger they were. He sent everything he had against them, but everything he had was just those Mutas, and it took way too long to destroy those Archons. So that's it, game done. Ended up with a ton of Corruptors, but of course had nothing to do with the Stalkers. Was moving out with a bunch of Lings, but he just decided to give the GG. He's like, you know what, maybe I can come back from this, but maybe he's not good enough at this point. I think it's pretty slim chances, so he just gave the GG, and that's it. Congratulations to Stork for an extremely well played game against one of the best Zerg players out there. So yeah, very, very impressed with Stork's play. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this game. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another game. Stay tuned.